many of you guys know, Jordan and I are en route to Mexico and then all the way down to Belize as our final destination. And we are currently stopping in Arizona for the RTR event that is going to be going on. It just started a couple days ago and we'll be heading there later today. But before we bring you guys along this journey with us, I want to talk about something a little bit more personal. So as we go about our day today, I want to open up with you guys and share with you my experience with anxiety and how I am going to be dealing with it and coping with it as we drive through Mexico all the way down to Belize. And this video today is actually going to be sponsored by Four Sigmatic, which is a product line that I've been using that really helps with my anxiety. And we're going to talk about that today. But before we do that, we're heading to RTR.
So we got our crew behind us. We got Little House on a Highway, Empowered by Nature,
Dean Bean, aka the Schoolie.
The Schoolie, and we got Lola with her Lola cam on. She's ready to take some shots. She's all excited.
So for those of you guys who don't know what the heck RTR is, so it stands for Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. It's pretty much just
a bunch of people in vehicles.
Yeah, a big plot of BLM lands right in Quartzsite, Arizona, and everyone comes here and kind of camps up and hangs out for a few days or so.
And we don't know how many people are here now, but we know 5,000 people showed up on the first day.
Yeah.
So we're somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 people. And just, if you just look out, you can just see vans. Van conversions, bus conversions, RV conversions, everything. For as far as you can see. And we're gonna go meet some people now. These guys are definitely trouble.
What are you doing?
Oh, I feel so good to see everybody.
Right?
I love it.
When you haven't seen people in so long and you like stay in touch through Instagram or like messaging or whatever,
yeah,
and you see them in person,
it just feels so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good. So it looks like the sun is going down, so we only have a little bit of sunlight left for the day. So it's time for me to go bang out my run, which is something that I've been incorporating into my daily life for the last like 6 days.
It's kind of like your New Year's resolution.
It's like, yeah, it hasn't been that long, but I've always recognized that when I do any type of like strenuous cardio exercise, it really helps me just think clearly. It keeps me calm. So before my run, Four Sigmatic sent us these sick mushroom focus shots, and we actually had never tried these before. I usually only I usually only drink their teas and their coffees, and they just recently came out with these mushroom focus shots. So it's basically just like a replacement for all of those crappy energy shots that you get from convenience stores.
And this one instead is filled with mushrooms. But the thing that helps you the most
is the lion's mane. So lion's mane is known to help with anxiety. It basically helps slow your mind down and helps with your focus and your mental clarity. So it gives me a little bit of that energy, but it also keeps me calm. It doesn't give me that like crazy jittery feeling like I get sometimes when I drink coffee. So that's why I really love this stuff.
So we're gonna drink this.
Drink this, bang out this run, come back, maybe make some chaga tea. We'll see how we're feeling.
You did it. Good job. You did it.
Wow.
Good job.
Awesome. Is it the take?
You happy with it? Yeah. Give me how you feel about it.
I feel wonderful.
Guys, we have Jonathan who came to visit us. little surprise, and we figured we'd throw him in on a track. So if you might have missed a song. This was from our last video. So if you want to watch it, you had to go back to our last video, but we're recording a song now. Featuring Jonathan on the harmony.
I'm thinking that I need a little bit of a pick-me-up.
But not too much of a pick-me-up, or you
Not too much of a pick-me-up.
might lose your mind.
I might lose my mind. So instead, I'm gonna free my mind.
Oh my god.
So this is also Four Sigmatic. It's mushroom matcha tea. And matcha tea is something that I actually got hooked on a few years ago when I went to Japan. So to give you guys a little backstory, if you don't know what matcha tea is, it's basically just ground tea leaves. And the reason why it's different than regular green tea is because it has L-theanine in it, which is a compound that basically counteracts the caffeine kind of jittery feeling that you'll get from regular green tea. And it's actually what the monks used to drink back in the day, probably still to this day, because it allowed them to meditate, not only very like laser focused, but it allowed them to stay calm. So not only does matcha tea do that, but this one in specifically also has lion's mane and ginger. Super hot, but cheers. So we're just wrapping up our night. We just came in from hanging out by the fire with our friends, and we wanted to whip up something really fast to eat because we were both super hungry. So I decided to just make some chicken that I egg washed and breaded with some almond flour. And while that's cooking up, I wanted to share with you guys another thing that I do that really helps with my anxiety, and that's journaling. And this is something that I actually just recently started incorporating daily, and I realize when I do that it helps tremendously with putting my thoughts onto paper, making them a little bit more tangible and a little less overwhelming with just all of these overwhelming thoughts just crammed in my head. And the things I write about can range from just daily things that I did, talking about my day, my feelings that I felt throughout the day, affirmations. So while I'm finishing this, the chicken's cooking up, and then I think after we eat, we're probably going to end the night with a nice cup of hot cocoa. All right?
Yeah. Dip it in mayo though, because I can't have ketchup. I'm still doing the keto thing.
You got mayo and ketchup already. Has
No, I
ketchup.
can't.
You'll be fine.
I'm cheating.
So
That's
for
so
dinner-
good.
So, to end the night, baby, this is my favorite thing that I look forward to every single day, every single night. This stuff is the bomb diggity. So it's basically just like a hot chocolate mix with no like crazy high sugars, and it has reishi infused in it. So what reishi is another type of mushroom that basically helps, again, with anxiety, and it helps with a bunch of other different things. It helps with immune boosting, it helps with cancer fighting, it helps with high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Basically turns you into Superman.
So as of late, since the new year, with the whole hashtag New Year, New Me, I have been trying to incorporate some meditation every single day. So usually it works really well for me when I do it right before bed. It helps me sleep really well, it helps me relax, it helps me just kind of unwind at the end of the day. And usually what I'll do is just listen to like some YouTube videos of some sort. So throughout this video, I've pretty much covered all of the main topics that truly help me with my anxiety. So from exercise to supplementing, in this case with mushrooms, to expressing myself through journalism, and meditation. Those are kind of the main things that if I incorporate into my daily life, it makes a world of a difference with the way that I feel, the way that I think, and the way that my quality of life is enhanced. So I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. And if you have any more questions or want any more details about how these things are done, or just any advice at all, you can reach me through my email. I'll put my email in the description below.
So just a huge thank you to Four Sigmatic for sponsoring this video. There's a 15% off discount code in the description below. If you're going to get something, the Daily Starter Kit is our go-to choice. 2 of the items you saw today are on there. There's the matcha tea and then the hot cocoa, and then you also get a coffee. How's that chicken?
So good.
I'm gonna dig in on the chicken, but next time you guys are gonna find out who we're going to Belize with. It's coming on the next video. We're pretty excited to tell you. We think you guys are gonna like them a lot.
Are you ready for it?
It's getting juicy. Well, this is where we're gonna say goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.